Okay. Alpha, can you see me now? Please indicate when you can. Okay, I think we are on now. Please let me know if you think you can find me now. There should be a chat. Okay, try and say hi so that I'll know you are there. The internet might not give us a good advantage anyway, but yet I know it will be smoother and better as time goes on. But let me know about the audio and everything. Whatever you think is working or not working, let me know now, so that I will quickly adjust everything before I start working. Please kindly let me know. I'm still waiting for you guys. I don't just want to jump into things. Let me quickly go to a website that I think, okay, I can see Olumide is there already. So okay, so if you are on YouTube, you can search for Balkan Architects and search for him. He is a good guy. Okay, good. I like that. If you search for Balkan Architects, you can find a lot of tutorials, good tutorials for Revit. You can see all these. It's very good tutorials, and really you will really enjoy it for Revit, even though they are not for beginners, but yet it is a very good place to learn a lot about Revit. I just discovered it, and especially this video parametric window I'll be using. I got the what's it called, this tutorial, and I created this window, and I'll be using the window. But you know, if you want to know how to create the window, you have to come here and watch the video. It has a lot of tutorials that you can learn from, and yet it will be really interesting. So that's for that. I think it's only Olumide that is online. Okay, I can see. Please, anyone that is online apart from Olumide, just let me know, please, so that I will know who I'm talking to. Okay, I think it's okay now. So let's go to Revit. I don't actually I have a busy schedule. I'm supposed to even send a proposal this evening, but I just feel like it's better I do the streaming so that it will make sense. It will make sense for me to do the streaming, and I will know that I have done that, then go back to whatever I need to do and do that. So basically, I just want to quickly show you some things and blah from now till like 12 or 12:30 we are through. I hope so. Create a wall. We all know, many of us actually knows Revit before. If you don't know, you might need to get some tutorial on that. So I'm going to right click, create similar. Whatever I want to create should be as simple as possible. If you are hearing me and you are seeing what I'm doing, please indicate. I'm trying to quickly do something. For the chart, it's a way to drag. Okay, good. Okay, where is it? Comment, there is. . I'm trying to do some things with the chart so that I can minimize. There's a way I do that. Okay, if I can't, then it's not a problem. Okay, I don't know, but well, it's not a problem. I might be looking at all those ones inside my phone while I possibly close Chrome, so that it won't be giving me any challenges. So basically, the way I work is, I think many of you knows before. The way I work is simple. I have I'm sorry, I'm trying to do a lot of things at the same time before I now jump into everything I want to do. Okay, what you can do is, I don't know. Well, I'll be checking the messages one after the other. If anybody send message and you guys that have my WhatsApp are seeing it, because I'm actually leaving what's it called now? I'm leaving Chrome now, on the desktop. So if anybody send message and I've not replied, just boost me on WhatsApp and I'll quickly return to reply you. So I think okay now. So anytime I want to work, normally we all know that all work starts with Sketch, and really it's very, very important. Sketch is one of those things that you will have to make sure that you are used to, and yet if you are not used to it, it's not a problem. Just know how it works. But I don't actually start any work without having an idea of what I want to do anyway. So I'm going to create. I don't even need to create that one. Okay, let me just create similar and boom. So I always like to rename all my views, so I'm not going to be explaining all those things too much. So it seems like my keyboard is acting funny, but don't worry. So NGL good 01 ground floor. So I'm doing this deliberately because I don't want it to seem like, oh, you have done a lot, then you just jump into something. So I want to start right from how I start, and I believe I'll be fast and yet be easy enough to put you guys through some of what I do as early as possible. I don't want us to waste time on anything. First floor, and possibly if I'm going, so I'll just name this one roof level. Okay. All right. This 3.9 plus 3.3 should give us, I think it should give us this. Okay, 3.3, yeah. So that's nice, and this what I have. So I can quickly go to this level now and start drawing whatever I want to draw. And it's so much important to set that before you start, so that things will be easier for you. So okay, good guys. All right, let's set the wall. I don't waste time with walls anyway. I don't even duplicate. Rename 225 click okay. So why do I prefer Revit over SketchUp and all those things? I don't think it should be an issue again, because we know the software is as good as the user. But you know, Revit is all about BIM, and I prefer the future, because I know BIM actually is the new deal. So that's the reason. Since I'm making exterior rendering, I'm going to just be like that, you know, in 3D. Select everything. Okay, normally I'm supposed to have some things here. What's happening? Okay, maybe because I'm doing streaming, some graphics are not showing here, but it's not a problem, I have them here. So now I'm attaching everything to roof, then this one to first floor. You can see because of this I'm going to split this. Okay, yeah, so it's just like that. This to first floor, like I said. Good. So now let's go back by pressing Ctrl Tab. I like to use wall faces, and here we are. It's very, very important that I do this, because I think this 6675, let me just put it on 4.5. okay, and I think this one is all right at 7.5, and I think I can put this one at 9 meters. Okay, and join, and I can drag this back. Okay, just trying to make some sense. Okay, let this one be 6 meters. So whichever design you have, you know how you work. So but I'm just going to be playing with this for a while now, and let's go. I want to place a window here, and that's just my new window that I just created. You can see it here is a parametric window, and I lent it from the Parkan architect. So you can just go to his page and you can get some good things out. Let me put it at 1.5. okay, I think some things are wrong with this, and this should be 3 meters. Oh, I don't think I got this thing right. I want to create a problem now. Okay, let's put it at 600. If I just lent it anyway, so okay, the normal sea light is 1.5 actually. Okay, this new sea light should be 0, and we have this. I think the upper one I didn't do it too well, so the width I'm going to give it maybe 3 meters as well. 3 meters. Oh, you can see definitely. Oh, I made it 30 meters, sorry. So I wanted to say definitely I'm not a good student. And let's go back. See, this thing look really horrible, so I'm not going to use it for now. Let's just make something simple. I'm going to go back to it later and find a reason why some things are not working. But come here, I'm using 2017 version of Revit, even though I have 2019, but yet I think 2017 makes sense for what I want to do, especially because I don't have 3D Max 2019 yet, and also because since I don't have 3D Max 2019, I can't use the Revit 2019 for now, because I like to just link my Revit and all those things. And I think someone asked me a question about if you import an object like SketchUp into 3D Max. When we get there, I'm going to explain what I think should be done when you are importing a SketchUp file into 3D Max. So for this now, let's come here and quickly come. Okay, for this we have the width of I think 6 meters, so I can make a 1.2 meters width with the height. We have the height of, for that place we have about 6.6. so if I make this like 5.4 height, I think I'm good, and I can begin to put. So please let me know if the audio is okay, and if it's not, I might quickly need to pause the streaming and find sorry for that. I'll quickly find a way around it. So to constrain all this, I'm just going to put dimension here, here, and here. So this is the way I basically work, and I always set my scale to 1 to 150. So with this plus this now, I think let's say 1.2 plus 1.5, that's 2.7 divided by 2, so that's 1350. So aligning this, sorry, I think I'm using multiple alignment, so I'm going to remove it. If I'm right, good. So basically WT on your keyboard should give you all this, and pressing Z on your keyboard should be okay. This the window I was making, and that's what was giving me problems, so I'm going to close it now. Later I'm going to get back to it, and you can see this is what we have. I can close the floor plan, press WT again, press Z, enter, so to have everything zoomed together. And if I'm making like 2D, then I'm going to be concerned with all these. I'm going to make sure that everything works the way I want. For now, let me go to NGL again and do this. Please, if you are not hearing me clearly, let me know. So here we are. I'm selecting these guys. 1.2 sea light I think is too much, so I can make it like 750. Okay, I think 900 should be okay. Good. So okay, all right, so I'm going to try as much as possible to be fast. Let me make this 3.9. What's happening now is it's looking like it's not really looking, you know, this thing look fat. Okay, this I supposed to make this 6 meters. I was like, this thing is not okay. Now it's looking more or less like I want it. So 600. And I don't think 600 is okay, so let me change this to, okay, this 1.2, 600, yeah, or let me say 1 meter here. Let's know what's happening tonight on my keyboard is misbehaving, but no problem. Okay, so at the end of the day I should have something like 1.2 on each side, which actually makes sense. The windows are 1.2, then the spaces are 1.2 as well from each side. Actually it's getting to look like I want it. You can see here it might be your system graphics or something, so let me just show you. I don't like seeing all those things, so okay, good. So it's the joint condition that Revit gave us. So to quickly create a step, I'm going to create, sketch. Okay, this ramp, I don't want ramp, I want, so step by sketch or by component. In 2018 they have removed step by sketch, so it's by component, and in 2019 you can always believe that it's not there. So let me use by component. For the fact that you are using component doesn't mean that you cannot sketch. It's just that the sketch is now here, and now I can just create some risers. So I'm not going to be doing anything too fancy. I just want to quickly put you through some of the way I work. So let me just make the thread 450. I don't know what's happening to the 0 on my keyboard. 450 as well. Okay, then you create a boundary. You create a boundary here. The riser again should actually be here, and you trim everything together. So we have that, but you cannot finish it without creating a path. So let's just put this path here, and that's just it. And we have created the steps, which is actually the staircase. So now we have this problem here. It's really annoying when you see that kind of thing. So all you need to do is to finish it, and you click on it, and you click this flip arrow. It will give you a nice flip of that. So I don't like this staircase. I don't want to see any string guy here. Just going to choose none. Good. Then you have this, which doesn't make sense, so come back to it and come here, non-monolithic, change it to monolithic, and for your monolithic just use this and apply. So we have that. So what I'm going to do now is to come back here, edit type, choose this, edit type actually, and you have this thread profile and all those things, but what I'm actually looking at, I'm not seeing. Okay, let's go back. That's one of the reasons I've not started using all this 2018. And okay, landing type. Oh boy. Okay, I'll need to change this one also to monolithic, and we should be good. You can see now. And don't forget, change this to none, and let's just leave that one as that. Don't let us bother about this at all. So we have this, and it's getting interesting. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to go to top offset it by 1.2, and we have something nice. Again, I'm going to start from here, you know, I'm pressing Control Tab to switch in between the windows. So under wall, you click wall reveal, and really I try to put it here. So it's like this. Select it, and you can add more walls. Pick this. Now it seems like something, you can see this is going inside. I don't know why. So I'll flip it, and it's not flipping. Why? I don't know. So delete it and try to create it again from here. Off. Okay, I think it's because I'm picking from the inside. So I'm going to pick it again and remove this wall. So I've removed that one now. See there. Okay, I've removed the wall. So I can pick it again, add wall, and come to this side to add the wall. You can see how Revit intelligently want to play me. Okay, again I'll try press Ctrl Tab, and okay, I can choose modify return. I've not used that tool before in my life, so don't let me do what can actually cause more problem. So many times you always run into some of these kind of issues, and it's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you don't know what you are doing. It just means that, oh, okay, auto remove now. Okay, so I'm trying to create. Okay, that's good. Let me go back to this view now, and you can use dimension to actually bring it to the level that you want, or just select it and move it by pressing the arrow key on your keyboard. But I always like to be precise, so I use my dimension. But before I use that, I can actually copy it, and boom. So you have to, it's as simple as that, and come here, from here to here. I don't really need that one to here, and okay, let me put it here. So select this, and one of the things I want to do is actually, because this thing is too big for me, I want to show you how you can actually correct it. So you can come here, you see by default, and you see one brick course. If you apply it now, remove references, you can see it's a little bit thinner now, but yet I don't want this. So I can actually click on open and go to my computer locally. Now I'm going to enable, where is that? There's some things I need to enable, so let me go to document, organize, folder and search option, view, show hidden file. So for that, I should see program data now, and inside it you'll see Revit, no Autodesk, then RVT 2017, that's where what I want is. And you should see libraries, I guess, and under the UK, which I'm using, I think it's under walls or something now. For profiles, so you see profile, and you see under wall profile, you see brick solder. So just use one of these, open, and now you have this. And if you go to, okay, I think this is just what we have. If you dimension it, okay, why is the dimension not showing? I don't know why. You may want to check the active view, its parameter, and okay, I don't have to disturb myself over that. I might need to check that one later, but yet you can change it. I've changed it before. Let me just search for profiles again. I've done that before, but yet it seems to be giving me no problem. Let's just, I'm supposed to be able to change this, maybe like 50, then 50 again. You can see the constraint is not satisfied, and I can see where I can quickly edit the constraint here. So remove the constraint, so load it back into the project, and normally I can save that name. So if you come here, you should see it. I don't know, there are a lot of them now, but it should be any of these. Remove references. You can see that it's small, but yet because of that constraint and all those things that I was not able to set, so I can't see this. Just don't worry, leave it as it is now, because I want to quickly jump into 3D Max as soon as possible. So I'm just trying to brainstorm, think about what I think I should add or remove. Can actually do that one, you can see. So, but I don't think I'll do that. Another thing is, don't let me even get there now. Okay, I don't. Oh, sorry for that. How many people are actually watching? It's only one person now. Yeah, sorry for that. Okay, just don't worry, I'm going to get some good things out now. So okay, I'm here. Let's just create door, just something simple. External door. So just put it, don't bother about what's it called, the dimensions too much. So save, and this is what we have. Seems like something is happening. Oh, definitely I didn't create that wall, that door rather. Okay, now so we have it now, and let me just quickly wrap it up by picking this, so that we'll just jump into 3D Max, which is actually the major reason for this live stream. Put this on main level, which is ground floor, so don't mind the 150 mm, is okay. So let me just quickly make a floor and change it to 150 mm. Good. No, and I can just click and align to selected level. I'm going to align it to actually both first floor and this other floor, but first floor seems to be okay. I just need to edit this roof level, and there we go. No, yeah, so we have something like this. And I'm going to quickly go back to roof, model in place, generic model or casework, whatever. Generic model. So I'm going to call it coping. And 50. So okay, make it 75. And the depth should be 100. So since many of you actually know how to create model in Revit, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this. The major thing should be the window that I was trying to create, the parametric one, and it's not working yet, so I'm going to get back to that one later, but it's not going to be in the stream. Okay, I finished that. Let me go to first floor as well. Right click, create similar, and on the first floor I'm just going to make 75. Oh, good. So I'll move it. Disjoin. Sorry. Yeah. So I have that, and the building starts to look good. And really, I need this door over here as well. Okay. So I need some railing. So somewhere here it's supposed to be chain. So I have this. So for this, don't mind this. You know, normally if it were to be a normal design, there should be a window or something, but you understand all those things. So I don't like this railing. Let me try and pull up a design. Let me see. Okay. Well, it's already 40 minutes. I can't believe that. Okay, this is what I'm working on. Oh boy, I don't have that railing here. I should. Okay, this is it. So copy it. Come to this. Paste. And change this. You can see, and I can come here, edit, give it like 450 mm or even 300. So just offset it for 700. That's just it. I'll have to adjust this. Okay, and it's looking great, even though that's not what I want to do, but I will not waste time on that. It's all about rendering. I can actually click on this, come here, 450. Okay, that's just it. So now let's go back to site plan, and this is what we have. Let's say we are ready to go into 3D Max, draw a wall like for a fence. Okay, just leave it as that, and you can actually, if you like, you can. Okay, don't leave it like that. The height is too much. So first floor, which I think is okay. So let's go back there. I can just try and make some floor and duplicate and call it and give it pavers or something, and make it like even 5 mm is okay for me. And now for this, I'm going to actually draw some things out. Okay, something like this. It's supposed to be like this. for this. Okay, just let's make this something like that, 2.4 as well. Okay, I think we are good. Finish. So we have the landscape created. For the curb, okay, so I'm going to create a curb around there. So what I do is depends on whatever I think I want to do. Let me go to generic model and call it a curb. So for this, I'm going to use sweep, sketch the part. Okay, before I do that, I'm going to cut a section through here. So this way I will draw the profile of my curb. And here we are. Model in place. Generic model curb. So sketch, and I'm starting from here because that's where I cut my section. And here we are. So that's just it. And select edit profile. You can see section 1, and you are the one that knows what shape your curb is going to take. I'm just going to create something like this. So the height is like 150 mm. Then I have 75 mm. So you know there's no rule to this, depends on the way you think the curb should be. So just think this okay for me with 25, or let me just say that 50 as well. So if you want to go detail, much more detail, you can begin to fillet all these edges, but we don't have that time. So with this I can finish, and you can see the curb, the way it goes. And you can actually use a normal wall, and I can actually put some things which I'm not going to waste time on it, void, and begin to actually create some kind of void and begin to copy. So when you are doing yours, please be detailed rather. I'm just doing all this because we have to move as quick as possible. If not, I'll detail everything. As you always know that my works are well detailed, and I can go on and on and on like that and finish. So what it will do is, we can't see any effects now, but if I come here, oh boy, you can see it's actually here cutting that, but I need to make it like 300 mm. You can see it cut through, and that's how I created. Let me search for it. Oh, sorry for all this. That's how I created. Okay, it's not here. The other job that okay, this that's how I created this and put all those little stuffs there. You can see it there. So that's just all about that, and you finish the curb. As you know, I always try to apply my materials in Revit before I now move to 3D Max. So what I'm going to do now is move this inside, move this inside, move this inside, move this inside. But always be careful when you are picking these things, because they represent your views and elevation. So I'm coming here, and this is what I have. What I want to do now is to use split and split this face. There will always be a problem if you want to split this kind of face. So what I'll just do is to go that little bit higher, and you can see that it's a little bit higher. So split that, come here as well, like 1 mm should be okay. And this, I don't actually think this will be okay, but let's see. So I did that, finish, good. You can see, because that's too almost like it's overlapping. So drop it down a bit and drop move that one up a bit as well. It's always tricky. Normally what I supposed to have done is to set this base apart, set this one apart, set this one apart, so that it will be like 3 walls. So that's just it. The reason for that is actually that I will now apply paint. So I just find a material. Okay, let me use this. So if I change this to realistic, you can see how that material changed, and that's what I'll do to all this side, but I can't just continue to do that for now. Normally let's just do it so that we know that we are not guilty of being lazy. So again, a little bit. It's just because I'm getting close to it, that's why that's why you can know it's there. By the time we apply all the materials and place our camera in 3D Max, it's not just going to look like that. Paint, you can see as well, all these edges, they are the one that give problem most, but yet we'll try. And you can see it must not go beyond the boundary. That's the only rule for splitting faces in Revit. It must be enclosed. You can see, finish. So if it's not enclosed, Revit will start telling you something is happening over there, and it might be frustrating sometimes, but yet that's the advantage of Revit. It will allow you to do a great job, so you cannot fake it. So pressing Ctrl Tab, okay, sorry, okay, actually going to do this as well. So paint rather. So I'm not going to do the back, but I'm going to do the right side. So again, pick. So it wants to pick the other face behind because I've splitted it. So you have to press tab until you see that it's picking the wall that you want. So you draw it. Normally it's supposed to move up a bit, but when you are doing it, you can try and perfect it. And the best way I think you should do it is to create the walls separately so that you won't have to go through the stress of splitting the walls every time. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave that, and bingo, we are ready for 3D Max. So because of this, this material on this will be different, the material on this will be different, but I don't want to bother about this. I can just apply material inside 3ds Max, and let's say this is what we have. So when I'm going to 3ds Max, I always like to come to manage and click on purge unused and click OK. Purge unused again. You can see still remaining some. Purge unused again, and until I'm sure that there is no object in my Revit file that I'm not using. So I have this, and I'm going to close my Revit. Close everything, don't save any. So now 3D Max. And this is where we always run into some challenges, and I'm going to stop the recording now and get back when 3D Max open. I will show you some tips that I use in working with, when 3D Max takes the whole of your GPU, your CPU, and you can't run some other applications on it and all those things. So when 3D Max, when 3D Max open, I'll come back and I'll explain, because this recording software that you are seeing here is actually like taking everything from my CPU as well. The only difference is Revit does not require the whole cores of my system. That's why it's faster. But when we get to 3D Max now, it will become slower, and I will show you some of the things you can do to make sure that that problem does not occur. So I'm going to stop streaming now, so that this one will save, then I'll start again.